in store for you here in Houston, Texas, the home of the Rockets, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. Here with me tonight, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. Here in Houston, it's another home game for the Rockets. They put it all together over the course of the last 7 games. They've only had 1 loss over that span.
And you know what they've been doing lately is one of the most impressive things we've seen in the NBA season so far. Hard to think of any team that's played better during this current winning streak.
Steve, I don't think there's any end in sight. I mean, with the attitude they're bringing onto the court every night and that belief and confidence they have in themselves, it's going to take something very special and committed to beat them.
A look at the Magic starting group. Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Jennings in at the point guard. Now, here's Fry. The pass to Dedmon. It's stolen by Vucevic. And here we go. Fast break. Jennings has got it. Takes the 3. And he gets it to go. Jennings has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Fry. He had 34 points in the win against Memphis.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Here's the break. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Orlando with the ball. It's a 3-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And if you look at their numbers in that game, what jumps out most is the balance offensively. They really spread the wealth.
And they were on fire in all areas. That was a very satisfying road win.
Here's Oladipo, and he finishes nicer on the layup. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Harkless, guarded by Fry. And Oladipo kicks to Harkless. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's Vucevic, and that one's good. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Magic.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Here is Harden, following the bucket by Orlando. 6 to shoot. Here's Fry. Banked in off the glass.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
Orlando leading by 5. Feeds it to Harkless. Here's Oladipo. From down in the low post, it goes.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
High inside. He's guarded by Jennings. That's good.
That hook shot was softer than whipped cream and cotton ball. His post game is simply fantastic.
Vucevic a screen on Harden. Now the dish to Jennings. Nice D from Fry.
Got a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. And let's take a quick look at the point guards this year, racking up the most steals per game. You look at Fry, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Well, despite the offensive responsibilities that come with being a point guard, I think he may enjoy the defensive aspect of the game even more.
You know what? I think you're right there. I probably would too, Steve, if I were as strong a defender as he is. That wasn't the case when I played. He is so active. Great anticipation. I think he's at the top of the defensive list for that reason.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws of the night right here, and he makes the first. And both free throws good for Fry.
He's He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence, we'll see how they do.
Thanks for the report, Doris. Guys, what do you do to spread this defense out?
Well, I think you've got to come at them with a variety of offensive looks. Try to keep them guessing, keep their rotations a little bit off rhythm.
As usual, Steve, you're all over it. You've got to keep switching things up on them so they can't get settled into a defensive rhythm or groove. So give them something they don't expect.
Here's Harkless. James Harden picking up that last basket. And then Oladipo with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
So it's the Rockets now, following the bucket by Orlando. Here's Jennings, throws down the breakaway jam. Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
Here is Harden, following the bucket by Orlando. And Fry kicks to Harden. From 17 feet out, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Harkless. The shot will not go. Nice D from Fry. It's trailed by 7. The pass to Dedmon, and stolen by Gordon. And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. Here's Harkless. The shot's good. Jennings making the play.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Now, here is Harden. He had 16 points in the win against Memphis. Fry. Another miss by Houston. Orlando leading by 9. Fires from the wing. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his first basket of the night.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Now, here's Ariza. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 5 on the clock to end the drought. And that one's good.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And it's Orlando's ball. They're leading by 8. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And, of course, 2 teams in opposite conferences. They're only going to play twice, 1 on each team's floor.
Both teams will make substitutions. We've got 1:08 left in the first. Fry with the ball. Orlando moving the ball around. Payton drives in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. It's holding by Fry. Rockets trailed by 8. Here's Covington. This one for 3. And he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Fry. And now it's only a 5-point Orlando lead. They set the pick. Williams passes to Wood. He kicks it to Fry. And there's the feed to Payton. Williams with a clean look. Once again off the mark, Orlando. All right, the second in just a moment. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, Steve and Clark, what do you think?
pretty good start defensively. This club forced some mistakes and took advantage, and that's how they built this lead.
And they built the lead because not only have they forced turnovers, but they've taken care of the ball themselves. So that's a winning combination.
Fry is in at the point. Andrew Nicholson out there with Robert Covington. And it's McDaniel at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Harris misses.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Magic leading by 5. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now, here's Fry. He's tightly guarded. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. The Rockets, number 1.
I'll tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
The Rockets making a switch here. Eunice is checked in. Now here is Harris. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Offline with the baseline jump.
Major defensive lapse right there. He's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Here's Fry. He's got 9. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Payton drives in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. First in opponent field goal percentage, second in opponent points per game. And they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And Clark, let's talk about that defense. I mean, number 1 in the league in field goal percentage. You talked about it. They're just smothered. They really get after you. They try to attack you. They close out. They rotate well, and they're constantly covering up for one another.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Rockets. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. The Wizard in their last time out against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He finished with 34 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Rockets trailed by 8. He feeds it to Harden. He dishes it to Fry. Covington in the corner. Rebound by the Magic. They've led by as many as 11 points. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for Houston. Riza comes in for Robert Covington. Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Oladipo comes in for Payton. And Vucevic throws it down. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
He had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against Memphis.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easy.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. We look at the Bulls. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And of course Orlando, 7 games back.
Well, looking at Orlando, they've been kind of hanging out in the middle of the pack here to start the season.
Yeah, it's still too early to say which way their season will go. Perhaps, you know, an tough start in the playoffs. So maybe not making the playoffs at all, but there's lots of basketball left to be played. We'll see how they do.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
This team is never afraid to get physical. I think they enjoy this style of play.
Magic leading by 6. Jennings kicks to Harkless. Oladipo against Harden. Now here's Oladipo. He has 6. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Jennings outside. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Jones has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now here's Fromm. Guarded by Oladipo. A fadeaway. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Fry.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Now here's Oladipo. Off the pick. And he hits the jumper for 2. Oladipo's got 8 points.
Very well executed pick. Give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And Fry kicks to Jones. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Deflects the pass. Dishes it to Jennings. And it's Houston on the break. Jones, no luck. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that's part and some muscle, and he showed. He's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Montezumas. And Orlando has possession. Following the score by Houston.
And they're making this a game here, putting together a nice run.
Making it a game. How about anybody's game? I mean, they've caught fire, and it's a toss-up right now, guys.
Here's Jennings. The Rockets making the shot. Got that one up quick. Jennings has got 9.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Now, here's Fry. He's guarded by Jennings. Dedmon dishes to Fry. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Now here's Jennings. 17 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
Kevin, his passing is what blew me away. To see him orchestrate their offense so impeccably, that was a sight to behold.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And let's step aside for a minute to look at some of the point guards who have been doing a whole lot more than passing lately. They're the top scorers at that position over the last 10 games. You look at Fry, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
And being at the top of that list, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give them an offensive jolt whenever they've needed one.
And to me, Steve, that's a tremendous asset, almost a necessary requirement for your point guard. I mean, you want a guy that can orchestrate and be a maestro for his teammates first and foremost, but it's a huge bonus when he can put it in the basket himself.
And the Rockets with possession here. The Magic getting the bucket. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there. Not yet anyway.
Up and in on the layup. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
Wow, and now it's just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Fantastic basketball in the open floor.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Oladipo, the pass to Harkless. And good on the basket. Book it. Harkless has got 6.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Now Fry. Harden left side. 1 second left, and he gets the bucket. 10 points for him.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Well, James.
All right, guys. I want to go over some things before we get back out there.
Start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Looking at the game for the Wizard, 13 points. Steals are starting to pile up for him also.
They sure have. And clearly he's gotten in their heads because of it, Clark. And as they're looking over his shoulder now, always worrying about where he is.
And so in the game for the Magic, Oladipo and Harkless at the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Vucevic, the big men inside. And it's Jennings in at the point guard position. Here is Jennings, following the score by Houston. It's tipped. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Harden. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast. Break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close in the game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
Houston in the lead. And here is Frank. And it's Ariza in the corner. A shot by Harden. Wide open. And Houston again with the bucket.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
It's stolen by Ariza. And Frank kicks to Dead. Can he keep it going? Frank, good. Now it's a 5-point Houston lead.
Making 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
Wow, and they're moving the ball right now. They look good.
And stolen by Frank. Goes up.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense. That's for sure.
Orlando with the ball. Following the score by Houston. 4 on the clock. On its way from Oladipo for 2. Shot is off. So Houston will take it the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Harden outside. Harden draws the double. And here's Fry from the arc. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. 22 points for the Wizards.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
Orlando making some changes. Harris is checked in for Maurice Harkless, and it's Peyton in for Oladipo. Get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also said that their work on the offensive glass is going to be critical. He believes second chance points will go a long way towards deciding this game. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Now, here's Fry, following the miss by Jennings. Jennings with the double team. And he uses the glass on the lane. And now it's a 12-point Rocket lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
You got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. to collapse inside, force the ball back out of the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Harden gets the bucket.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure and tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities. That's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Leaves it is to Jones. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Easy call there.
No question about that. You can hear
Wait.
2 shots. And so here is Houston. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Kicks it to Nicholson. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make... I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
The Wizard, he's checked in for Houston. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He told them to be looking to attack in the open floor. He doesn't want them getting slowed down in half-court sets. He wants the fast break to be a major weapon. The other thing he discussed with them was that they should be forceful with the ball. He said if they see a gap in the defense, they should go straight to the bucket. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the 4th quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris. In Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break. I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Houston.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Williams attacking. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession. On defense, Houston. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Here's Payton to stop the run. Shot is off. Some solid defense here from Fry.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, buddy. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Harden has a wide open look. The Rockets again can't hit. And it's Orlando's ball. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Out to Payton. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Just 5 on the clock. Fry passes to Williams. Pops one in from the wing. Houston leading by 20. Fry with the ball. 24 points for him. There's the pick. Covington in the corner. Here is Harden. And the release was before the... Now let's take a look at our assist by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Harden and Ariza out on the perimeter. Montiunas out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And it's Fry in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Payton. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Payton's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Magic. Houston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Fry kicks to Dedmon. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Fry dishes to Harris. And the basket good. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. It's Harden with the drive. And he gets it to go.
He's so dominant in the low post. You just can't let him get the ball in there so tight.
Too easy. It was really simple for him to go to work there.
The Magic trailed by 20. Now here's Oladipo. They set the screen. Out left to the wing. Now here's Harkless. Reza covering. Shot clock at 6. There's Oladipo, and he slams it one-handed.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Rockets leading by 18. Fry passes to Harden. And Fry kicks to Harden. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Payton outside. Pass to Harkless. Harris setting the pick for Harkless. He had a nice open look right there.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Jones has checked in for Maniunas. Orlando also making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Fry. Gordon comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jennings in for Payton.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
The Magic trailed by 19. Outside Jennings. Pass to Harkless. From deep. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got his third rebound tonight. There's a good screen. Here's Fry.
Oh, ridiculous. Pour it down that time.
It's not possible what we just thought. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, partner.
The kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Passes it to Harden. Takes the three. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Harkless dishes to Jennings. Feeds it to Gordon. Shot is off. And Houston the other way now.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Edmond passes to Jones.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
He really is a high flyer, guys. It's kind of rare for a power forward, but he needs it because he is undersized.
The Magic have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Jennings drives in. Here's Gordon. To halt the run, and the layup is up and in.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Rockets leading by 23. Here's Fry, and the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
Free throw, good in front.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Oladipo sets the screen for Jennings.
That's the way to move the ball.
So it's both teams making...
Let's go.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's the screen. Payton kicks to Harris. Here's Fry, out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Covington comes in for Williams. And it's the Wizard in for James Harden. Rockets have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. The dish to Fry. Here's Sherman. Off target with his three. Well, Orlando shooting 47%, pretty solid. Here's Wood. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. The pass to Moniunas. That is good.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
For the finish. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
The Magic have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. With the ball, now guarded by Fry, and stolen by Fry. Pass to McDaniel. He kicks to Fry. Payton on the double team. And some nice passing there by Houston. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Sherman. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons. And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Rockets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah. And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
Well, one thing about this win, it assures that they will not lose the season series. They only meet once more, of course, as interconference opponents.
And, Steve, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has a bit of an edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it once more.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the Wizard. Well, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Payton outside. Doubled by Fry. Out to the wing. And Fry kicks to Williams. Again, the Magic score.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a really nice job of extending their lead, Kevin.
Now Fry. So we see Houston taking the W.
Well, the outcome of this was never really in doubt tonight. I would say that this is one of the better performances by this team this year.
As of now, I'd say yeah. But I know in a few weeks that won't be the case because we'll probably be setting records, beating teams by like 100 points or something. And you know I'll be leading the band.
Well done. Kevin, a young man, always looking for more.
Thank you, Doris. That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Player of the Game.